Fellow Gambians, I have consistently decried the severe economic hardships that afflict our peoples and the unjust society our current government is busy building. In a shocking display, the president lamented on national television that they too suffer like us. He explained that during trips, they have had to feed on bread and sardines or bread and butter due to lack of funds. I don't have to say it for him. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
You know, sometimes, even if we are traveling, sometimes we travel with our party because they say the process is not finished. President, recently when we travel, it's like that. So everybody is careful. Tomorrow, if I am called, how am I going to answer this? Because the law says A, B, and C. Personally, I'm affected.
How?
I say sometimes I travel with our party. My team, entire team, we travel. Our processes are not finished. We cannot get money in place.
So how do you survive there in foreign countries?
This is the country. We sacrifice. Even if we are going to eat muro butter, we go and eat muro butter and we manage our sardine and all sort of. But this is the country. We have to sacrifice.
You have had him. Is this a game of deception or a mockery of the lives that ordinary Gambians live on a daily basis? And I can assure you that for a lot of these people, bread and butter or bread with sardines is a rare luxury. Let me remind the president of the facts, and indeed the Gambian people. In 2025, we are allocating $100 million for the president and his staff for their external travel. We are allocating $50 million for Meet the People store, and I can assure you, if left unchecked, they would, as tradition, as they would customarily do, spend a whole lot more. We also giving him $150,000 a daily deposit for State House, and we pay the president a whopping $500,000 a month, out of which he pays no taxes, no rent, no feeding costs, no travel expenses, no medical bills. He essentially lives a virtual expense-free life. If the president is struggling, as he alleges, and has had to eat bread and butter or bread with sardines during trips due to lack of funds, what can he expect for the civil servant who earns less than $10,000 a month and has to pay rent, taxes, medical bills, school fees, family expenses, and a whole lot more? How about that farmer who lacked fertilizer to fertilize his or her crops, mainly because the government subsidized fertilizer was stolen and taken and sold in Senegal at the expense of the Gambian people? What does he have to say to the 41% of unemployed Gambian youths, many of whom have no source of income, and many have had to resort to the back way in order to search for greener pastures? For many of these people, and for many Gambian people, a meal of bread and butter or bread with sardines is a luxury. Families are now resorting to cooking white rice with minimal ingredients. Ordinary Gambians can no longer afford meat or even fish. I know firsthand that many Gambian families eat meat only during feasts or tobaski. Over 70% of rural Gambian homes face food insecurity. The reality is many Gambians can no longer afford 3 square meals a day. We find ourselves in this untenable situation due to the misplaced priorities, rampant waste and corruption, incompetence and lack of foresight and empathy from this current government. But fellow Gambians, do not despair. Help is on the way. In 2026, Let's vote them out and install an APP Sobeya government for a better Gambia. Thank you.